Hello, thanks for tuning in to Disco Chaotica. I'm your DJ, and this is Discocraft. I want to make another farm. Now I know that we just made a farm in the previous episode, and it was a pretty big farm at that, but I have a good reason for it this time. So we've taken a look at this space before. It's looking better. I still need to go over, do some finer details. I finished the roof on this area here, mostly. There's a couple of holes in between, but it needs more texture. It needs more texture. We need more colors. And one thing that we definitely need more of as well is lighting. Or at least better lighting, because these torches are not the worst. They're not the worst, but they could be better, you know? We do have some glow lichen, but what I really want is some blocks. Now, I've been looking into some block palettes to try and come up with something a little bit less monotonous. Look at this. All of our walls, our ceiling, our floor, and everything is all the same color, and we've done some things to make it look better. We've got carpet, we've got our carpet. We've got some glass up there, but honestly, this needs some improvement. And so I have been looking into block palettes, and one of the block palettes that I really liked uses ochre frog lights. If you're not familiar with what those are, basically they are a type of light that was added in 1.17? 17, or one of the Caves and Cliffs parts. And essentially, they act like a light source block, kind of like glowstone or sea lanterns, but the only way to get them is by having a frog eat a magma cube. And we've not come across very many frogs so far. Luckily, now that we have both an elytra and access to the nether, I have been able to do some scouting around and just really looking for more biomes. Now, there's not a lot in the immediate area, but I have been able to find a few things, specifically off in, I think it was this direction. So yeah, to the north, there is a mangrove swamp. It's fairly far away, but now that we have our elytra and we have access to the nether, we can get there without too much trouble. So we're going to be going there to get ourselves some frogs. Also, in the previous episode, I asked you guys what we should name our dog. I put the question out both in the last video and on Twitter. I also put it out in the Discord for the New Bloom SMP. I haven't really mentioned it that much, but I am part of a modded SMP called New Bloom Nexus. I don't know, have I posted any videos about that yet? No, I've been working on some fun stuff, which I'm going to be doing some videos for. But that aside, I put the word out asking some of the other members what we should name our dog, since we weren't getting a whole lot from the comments, and someone has suggested Law, which, we are Chaos, he can be Law. Let's just pop that guy in here. Oh, I'll get to all of these. All these fun textures, we'll get to them. So, just putting that in here. There we go. Law. And now for something really fun. And boom. Look at that. Isn't that fun? We're using a pack to change some of the textures, and one of them lets us change any dog named Law to look like a husky. Huskies are my favorite kind of dog, and so there he is. Law. So I mentioned that we were able to get that texture using Optifine. We've also done that for a bunch of our other items. These are all just our same diamond gear that we have had or made in the last couple of episodes, but we've given all of it custom textures using Optifine, or technically using CIT, but it's basically Optifine. We also got one for our Silk Touch pickaxe because I kept getting it mixed up with my regular pickaxe. So this way, things will be a little bit easier. And the last thing that our Optifine pack adds, at least for now, is this. A bunch of custom and varied kind of random textures for all of our animals, including our chickens, who are just kind of suffering in here. I'm sorry, guys. Oh boy. That's a lot of Z fighting. It's already full. I just upgraded this to a double chest, and it's already full. We need to turn this into some sort of cooked chicken farm, but that's not the farm that we're making today. What we are making today is a froglight farm, so we are going to need some frogs and some magma cubes. Monsters nearby. Well, Law is not a monster, so I don't know what you could possibly be referring to. Law, I'm going to need you to stay here, because as much as I am sure that you are capable of anything that I could need, I also don't trust bringing you into the nether. Now you'll notice that things look a little bit different in the nether. I did finally give in and blast a hole through the bedrock, so this leads back down into the regular part of the nether. Our swamp is in this direction. We're gonna head over there and see what we find. Oh, look at all of this mud. I could have used this a few episodes ago, but it's fine. We're not here for mud. We're here for frogs. Oh, there you are. Hello, friend. We need to find at least one more so that we can get some tadpoles, because this guy is a... I don't know the exact breed names, but we are going to need to breed you in order to get some tadpoles. These ones give us, I think it's called pearlescent froglight, and the one that we need is ochre froglight, which you can only get with orange frogs. Oh, there you are, there you are. Grab our lead. Come on, frog friend. I know that you're not very fast. That's okay. Oh, and there's a bee nest here as well. Are they both in? No, this guy's still out. There we go. Boom. And we get an advancement, total bee location. There's our leads, and there's our frogs. Don't do that. I am not going to trek through the swamp a second time to find you again. Come on, frog. A little more. Yes! Now, we don't have a ton of slime balls, but we should have enough to at least get something started. Awesome. Now you're not going toward the water, which is a problem. Oh no, you are. Come on, you can do it. This is painstakingly slow. There we go. Alright, frog spawn. Now, we just let this sit for a few minutes, and then we should get ourselves at least one tadpole. Wait, I heard something. I heard... Hello! Oh, and we get a bunch of them! I wasn't sure. Just going to wall these guys off really quick to make sure that they don't go jumping out and getting themselves killed. Now, if you're not familiar, tadpoles can be bucketed. We have to be careful about it. We get bucket, bucket. That feels like a reference. But what we can do now with our bucket of tadpole is we can actually give it a name. I've got it. Jeremiah. There we go. Jeremiah the tadpole. And you are going to be Trevor. Rib. With 2 B's, because that's fancy. Oh, and more of them have hatched, so we need to think of even more names. Tiana. And Naveen. This one is Frankie. While we wait for the rest of those to grow, I think that we are going to set up our bees up here on top of our roof. Yeah, we just don't have anything up here, so now we've got bees. So our bees will be flying around here, spreading pollen, going to all of the flowers, and making some honey, which I'm just realizing is going to be very inconvenient to get from there, so we might need to move this setup somewhere else. Oh, there's the rest of them. Alright, come on, tadpoles. We've got Bull and Belle. There's Don Yarrow. And of course, Tim. Look at them just hanging out, being all happy. They've all got names. They're all so excited to just be alive and be ready to be put to work for the rest of their lives. That feels morally okay. Who's grooming children in preparation for a life of hard labor? Not me, that's for sure. Here goes. Oh, everyone's growing up all at once. I don't have enough leads for all of you. Let's see, how many do we have? Wait, that's another dog. Would you like to be my friend as well? Come on, first try, first try. Second try, second try. There, nailed it. And I don't know why it wasn't working before, but our Optifine pack gives every dog a unique texture, and now this one is done as well. I did pick out a special one for our dog in there, but this one is just part of the pack, and he looks great. Where is Law? Oh, right, I left him over there. Look, Law, I brought you a new best friend. So as it turns out, it looks like I actually don't have any more leads, which is weird. What? Why do I only have 2? Like, what did I make 2 leads? Oh. Oh, wait. I didn't make these leads. They were donated. Yeah, let's call it that. So, we've got Rib and Jeremiah, who are going to be our first ones to head over to the farm. I found a slight flaw in my door design, but that works. Alright guys, this is the place. It doesn't look like too much at the moment, but it's gonna be great, don't you worry. Nope, Frankie, come on man. Work with me. You're the best One Piece character, so you gotta pull your weight. That might be a controversial take. Oh well. To clarify, while the One Piece character is cool, that's actually not who Frankie's named after. He's actually named after a frog from Meet the Robinsons, which is my favorite Disney film. Alright, I guess you guys get to just hang out here. Now, in terms of the actual design for the farm, well, let me just load up Lightmatica really quick. There we go. It is a little on the big side, isn't it? Now, originally I wanted to build it using a magma cube spawner, but I went to like 5 different bastions and couldn't find one, so this is what we're doing. Time to head over and destroy a bit more of our favorite mountain. I think we're going to skip the time lapse this time because that last one took a little while. Okay, that should have us going for a little while. You know what? I'm gonna leave the beacon here, that way I don't have to pay again every time that I need to use it. Oh, that wasn't the plan. We changed our sorting mod again, because this one is a lot of fun, and a little bit easier to use. And I know that probably isn't very vanilla, but honestly, Mojang, it should be. Like, it really should be. This will probably be enough. So let's that put together. We are going to need some more powdered snow, but we can find, oh, I should have grabbed that while I was in the mountains. There is some, I put on a texture pack, just for while we're actively collecting it. I'll take it off normally because we want there to be some level of surprise, right? And I believe, aside from the redstone stuff that we're going to put in later on, that should be everything that we need for the main design of the farm. Oh, we don't have our honey blocks yet. It'll probably be fine. We technically don't need to use honey blocks, but I will probably come through and replace them as we get more, because honey blocks prevent our frogs from jumping, which will be very convenient, considering that we want them staying in one spot. Alright, I guess we will jump into a time lapse and put this together. Now, I was all set for this to be a totally normal, ordinary time lapse, and then I pressed the wrong button and... Aww. So I didn't realize it, but I paused during that recording. I paused the replay mod itself, which was a mistake, because I think I just lost like a decent chunk of that footage. But you can see that all that we have left is the walls, but the walls are 6 blocks high. No, they're not. 5 blocks high, which is still a lot, so I might have to go back for more blocks. We've still got most of a stack left, but this is not gonna go very far. I think I'm just gonna go and grab some more, and I'll also grab the redstone stuff at the same time to work on this. Aside from a few things that we still need to put in on the top, that should be pretty much everything. Actually, let's get the frogs in now, because we might as well. Okay. Frogs are in position, and you will notice that we don't have any sort of hopper pickup system. These guys are just kind of sitting in here. The reason for that is because we are not going to use hoppers, or at least we're not going to use a lot of hoppers for this system. We are actually going to use Allays. So from this point, the plan is pretty simple. We are just going to put down these glass blocks in order to do some ghast proofing, because the last thing that we want to have is ghasts spawning in and fighting our golem. And 1, 2, 3, boom. We've reached the goal, hired help. Hello, friend. You are also going to be enslaved here forever. So this should be it. We've got our golem, we've got our glass. You know, with the powdered snow and the ash, it almost looks like it's snowing. There we go. So you can see we've got these big magma cubes, and, well, all of these magma cubes are attracted to the iron golem. They're all going to try and get to it, but they are going to fall into this big pit, and slowly the big magma cubes are going to be destroyed by this powdered snow. So everything except for these small magma cubes will be killed, and then the frogs will make quick work of the rest of them. So where are we going to get our Allay? Well, they spawn in these pillager outposts. I know we checked this one in the previous episode to see if it had anything, and it did not, but there is another outpost somewhere off in this direction, and if I remember correctly, it did have Allays. Is there really not? Oh, there's 2 iron golems? I could have sworn that one of these cages had an Allay. Yes, there you are, there you are. Okay. Hello, new friends. Have some frog light. Oh, no. You don't get to attack my new friends. Alright, guys. Let's get out of here. This way, please. I'm just gonna have you head right through the portal. Come on. Oh man, why are these guys harder to get through the portal than the frogs were? Let's just bring these guys over to the farm and we should be all set. So what we're going to need to do is, first of all, we've got to get these guys inside. Or I guess first I should activate the note block. And that's going to be really loud. Lovely. Alright, we've turned our note block way down. And so these guys, we still need to get them on the inside of the farm. Okay guys, are you doing your job? No, they are trying to deliver through the floor. Why? A long time later, we were finally able to get them to actually go where we wanted, but it took a bit of work. So this is the best solution that I could come up with, and it seems to be working, and I hope that it doesn't get our Allays killed, because essentially what we're doing is we are tethering them to this post here, so they won't be able to fly up, so that way we don't have to put a lid on anything, and also when there are drops, they should now stay down here and actually deliver those where I want them to be delivered. And anytime that they get hurt, they should, because Allays do heal passively, so even if they're freezing a little bit, they should be fine. We're getting some actual spawns now. Looks like these guys are coming through, falling down, taking damage, and even the big ones are not able to jump up out of the powdered snow, and so they will split up. You can already see there's some frog lights down there. The Allays are doing their job, gathering things up, grabbing the frog lights, grabbing the magma cream. Yeah, it looks like this is up and running. So we'll just need to figure out a good AFK spot and get on top of that. Let's take a look and see what we've got so far. 56 ochre frog lights and 7 magma cream. So that should be a decent amount. In fact, that might be enough for what I'm already planning to do. What I really want to do now is do a little bit of decoration with these frog lights, and then I think, depending on how long the episode is gone, we will call that it. See how this looks. Nice. We're not going to be able to see that from underneath. I think we want to build it over here instead. What's the tool? Is it a hoe for frog lights? I'm guessing that's what it is. I guess I should make a hoe. Well, you know how the old saying goes. You should spend your diamonds on whatever you want. Oh, we're all out of levels. Match cut. Alright, something good, something good. Fortune 3. That's a good sign. And efficiency 4. I'll take it. I don't know if I have this set up for hose. Yes, I do. Oh, that's great. So since we are clicking on the cobblestone block up above, they are all going to face the correct direction. Okay. Yeah. I think that looks pretty nice. Alright, well, I think that our lighting looks pretty good. I didn't feel like the hoe did too much, even with the enchantments, but we've got this super nice enchantment set up, so we might as well make... Hello. I don't remember putting you here. Or my maestro. Huh. Why do I suddenly feel so sad? I think we're just going to... Yeah. Not quite sure what all of that was about, but I think that we are going to finish up. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you can see any future videos. And of course, be good to each other, be good to yourselves. Remember to keep on dancing, and I will catch you on the airwaves. Goodbye. Calliope. Who is Calliope?